Husband sneaks off every night, wife catches him in the act. She woke up that night to find herself alone in their bed. Her heart began thumping within her chest. This wasn't the first time he'd sneaked out of bed in the middle of the night. An eerie, mechanical sound came from the garage, prompting her to get on her wheelchair to investigate. She pushed the garage door open, her eyes blurring with tears when she saw what he was doing. Lucy and Derek Burris met while Lucy was still in college. It was love at first sight for Lucy, who'd been a political science major. Derek was an applied science grad student visiting one of her friends. He was also an army veteran with a tour under his belt and the most sensitive heart Lucy had ever encountered. With him, life was perfect. But all this would change down the line. For Lucy, Derek was the perfect man. Not only did he share her interests, but he pushed her to do everything she loved while also encouraging her to step out of her comfort zone. For years, the couple enjoyed snowboarding, camping, and hiking, all activities that soon became a tradition for their family. But soon enough, trouble would strike. The day everything changed came as a surprise for the Burris family. Lucy, Derek, and their 3 sons were driving up the mountain to their favorite campsite for the weekend. It had snowed all day, and although the family didn't stop on the slippery road, they drove slowly so as not to veer into the steep terrain. And then it happened. Lucy was behind the wheel when she saw a massive truck barreling toward them. Immediately, she realized the driver had lost control and was trying his best to keep the vehicle from toppling over. Derek's hand shot for the wheel as Lucy pressed her foot on the brake pedal. Her teeth gritted as she struggled to keep the car on the narrow road. It was too late. The truck collided with their vehicle, sending them rolling into the snow. Lucy forced her eyes closed as their car's metal frame crunched while they spun through the bushes. She prayed her family would survive. When she came to, she was in the hospital. Derek and their boys were around her, but as Lucy hugged them with relief, she noticed something was off. Lucy couldn't move her legs. She was shocked at first when she realized she couldn't feel anything from her waist down. Her eyes smarted with tears, and she choked back a sob. The days after that were the most difficult for Lucy. Only a month before, she'd been climbing, hiking, and camping with her family. Now she could barely get out of bed. Although it hurt, she knew she had to keep fighting for her family. They'd scheduled a camping trip, the first after the accident. Lucy had backed out at the last minute, not wanting to be a nuisance. She'd seen Derek's heart shatter through his eyes. His lips parted as if he wanted to say something, but no words came out. Then he began coming home late and sneaking out of bed late at night. Lucy would find out why. Lucy pushed the garage door open, finding her husband hunched over a table with a soldering iron in hand. The room was chock-full of a metallic smell, and some weird machines stood beside Derek. What was he hiding? "Do you need something?" Derek said, hurrying over with his brows drawn up. "What do you have there?" Lucy jutted her chin at the covered contraption. "A smoothie," Derek said, offering a cup that smelled like strawberries. At Lucy's frown, he rubbed the back of his neck with an awkward chuckle. What he said made her tears double. "When you saved us from that truck, you gave up a piece of yourself so we could all live," Derek said. "I know I say this every day, but you're the bravest person I've ever known." Lucy wiped her eyes, asking, "Then why do I spend my nights alone?" She couldn't understand why her husband would rather sit here, amid cold metal, instead of with her in the warmth of their bedroom. Then Derek pulled the cover from his machine. Lucy gasped, her breath hitching at what her husband was hiding. A massive wheelchair stood before her. It had tank treads and electric configurations. "I couldn't bear to leave you behind when we went camping," Derek said. "So, I put my applied science degree to work and built this. It's not yet done, but all the essentials are functional. Want to take it for a spin?" Although it was dark out, Lucy and Derek moved the chair to their backyard. Lucy took a seat, loving how comfortable everything felt. She turned the chair on, surprised at how quiet it was. "Move around, see how you like it," Derek said, enthusiastically jumping up and down. Lucy pushed the steering lever, and the seat hummed before surging forward. She let out a hysterical laugh, keeping quiet when she saw the look on her husband's face. "What?" Lucy asked, brushing back stray curls from her face. "That's the first time you've genuinely laughed since," he trailed off, but Lucy knew what he meant. She steered her way back to him, cupping his face gently. "You're awesome, and I appreciate you." She placed a kiss on his forehead, then his lips. She wondered what she'd do without him.